Hi, my name is Frederick Harper and I'm a Senior Developer Evangelist at Fitbit, and I'm super excited to record that video. We just announced the Command Line Interface tool for Fitbit OS development. So the CLI is the most wanted feature after the simulator that we launched a couple of months ago. It will give you the opportunity on your computer in the command line to build your application, but also to install your application in the simulator or on a real device. Fitbit Studio is nice, but with the CLI, you will be able to use the IDE of your choice. And in addition of that, using version control will probably make your life easier if you want to work multiple people in the same project. And you're going to be able also to publish your project more easily using online repositories like Bitbucket or GitHub. It's working on Windows, Mac, and Linux. You need to have Node installed. I won't show you how to do this right now. There's a lot of great documentation online for you if you don't have it on your computer. So right now, what you probably want to do, if you already created a clock face or app for Fitbit OS, you probably want to, quote unquote, make your app CLI ready. So let me start by cloning an actual project we have on the Fitbit organization on GitHub. So you can go there and you're going to see multiple examples coming from the documentation that you can use to learn the technology, or you can use them as boilerplate to start your project. Now for that example, I'm going to use SDK Moment, which is a clock face my colleague John Barlow created. For those of you that are not familiar with Git, what I'm doing basically is just taking a copy of the file on my own computer. So if I go in my folder, I list the file. What I see right now is basically export on my project from Fitbit Studio. So this is what we put on GitHub in the repository. First thing I want to do, I want to use npm. Remember, I have Node on my computer, and I want to add the SDK package, which is called @Fitbit SDK. So what Node's going to do right now is going to install, the package manager is going to install all dependencies that I need on my computer, on that folder, on that project to use the SDK. So this is the first step. Now I have the SDK. Second thing, I need to install the CLI. So same command line, npm add --dev @fitbit /sdk -CLI this time. So same process that before, npm will install all dependencies that I'm going to need to use the SDK CLI tool for Fitbit OS. Once I'm done, as you can see right now, many packages got installed in my folder. So at that point, my project is command line ready. Because I cloned an actual project that was probably published on the app gallery, what I want to do first, before doing anything else, before I forget, I probably want to change and generate a new app ID. So if I want to publish in GAM, the Gallery App Manager, I'm going to be able to do this without any issue. So I can use the command npx, that is executing some npm package command. So I'm using the npx Fitbit build generate app ID. So what's going to happen? It's just going to generate a new app ID and update my package.json. So now I'm ready. Don't forget, if you're using Git or any file versioning, now you have a new folder called node modules that you probably don't want to commit when you're going to push a new version in your repository. One thing I want to do now is to build my application because it's nice. I have it on my computer. I have a new app ID, but I need to build it. So I'm going to use again npx Fitbit build. I'm going to run the command, and nice, everything is running, everything is fine. So what I want to do, I want to show you an example when it's not working. So I'm going to use the IDE of choice for me, which is Visual Studio Code. Use whatever makes sense for you. I'm not selling that IDE right now. I'm just telling you that this is what I'm using. If I make a mistake in my code, so leta is not a keyword in JavaScript, I'm going to run Fitbit build again, and voila, I have that beautiful error there. So it's like coding in Studio. You have access to everything you need to the command line. So let me build this again. So now next step, fine, it's building. It means I don't have any like coding error. Doesn't mean that my application is working well. So let's open the simulator. And as you can see, the simulator is already ready to connect with either Fitbit Studio or the command line. So what I want to do right now is maybe something a little bit different. So I can still use npx, but what I can do, I can enter the shell. So you don't have to do this. You can use npx fitbit-install if you want to install directly. Now I want to just show you another way to do this. So I can do npx fitbit. First time, I'm going to need to be connected, logged to my Fitbit account. So in my case, I was already logged in. If you're not logged in, that's gonna open the browser. You're gonna need to log in your account, and you're gonna be good to go. So now I'm inside the Fitbit shell, and you can see the different command. If you type help, you're gonna see what I can do in the shell. So those are the equivalent of some of the command I used before. So now I can just do install, and you're gonna see that my application is gonna be installed in the simulator. So my application is there, it's running, I have companion settings there, so I can test my application like I was doing before with Fitbit Studio. So since I'm in the Fitbit shell, the CLI shell, I can do exit to get out of here. So that was the first demo using an actual project. So this is nice if you already built something, but what about building something new? So let me go back to my root folder. And now let me create a project from scratch. Remember npx? The new command is create Fitbit app, and I can give a name, which is going to be CLI video, super amazing name. And what's going to happen is basically node npx will run all the commands for me. So it will install the SDK, it will install the CLI tool, it will install all the dependencies. But also what you're going to see right now is that it's asking me some question to create my project. So this is going to be an app or a clock face. So I can play with the arrow on my keyboard. Let's create a clock face. The name of my application is going to take the one that I put in the command line. Is that application should have a component? Let's say yes. And you're going to see the capital letter is the default one. Yes. Should the application contain a setting component? Let's say no. No setting components, and which platform I'm developing my application for. Please, would be nice that you select most of the time both platform. You will have some change to do in the UI to adapt to both screen size, and there is some minimum difference in terms of hardware, but we highly suggest every developer to work always for both platforms. Give your application or clock faces access to more people. So now everything was installed, and I also have a kind of like template as the same way that when you use Fitbit Studio. If I list my folder, I go in CLI video, and I list that in that folder, I have my new application, and I can do the same thing that I did before. So what about if I want to go the other way around? So I have my application right now, but I would like to use it in Studio. So I'm going to do the same thing that when I was sharing project with other people. So let's open my Finder here, and let's go in Studio, fitbit.com. Let's connect. Let's create a new project. Let's call it CLI video. Create a new project. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop mostly everything, not the node module. I don't need the tsconfig and the yarn. I'm going to copy this here, and I'm going to have my project in Fitbit Studio. So easy to use, give you more opportunity to build application. If you want to publish your application in GAN, if I go back to here and I go to SDK moment that I built before, I have a build folder, and I have my app.fba that I will use to publish on GAN. So that's it for the CLI tool. You can go see on the documentation on dev.fitbit.com. We're really looking forward to see what you're gonna build with the CLI tools. Please share your masterpiece on Twitter using the Made for Fitbit hashtag. And don't forget, this is the first version, so we're looking for feedback, comments, and we're going to have more feature in the future. So have a good time and happy hacking.